Hi folks, I'm Tristan from Scalar Music. We're very happy to be announcing the release of Scalar 3 for iPad. This has been a very highly anticipated release, and we're excited to be able to say it is available right now to purchase from the Apple App Store. What's really amazing about this app is that it isn't a watered down or simplified version of the desktop app. This is exactly the same program as Scalar 3 on Windows or macOS, plus a few little tweaks and extras specifically for iPad to make interacting via a touch interface feel as natural as possible. First of all, Scalar 3 is an award-winning music theory workstation to help you create the best music possible. From the Browse page, you can quickly find scales and audition chords, and also browse the huge library of pre-made chord sets. Which you can of course mix and match to create your own unique chord progression by dragging down to the main track. Dragging chords to a new location simply moves them from one place to another. But if you tap with a second finger before releasing the chords, it leaves a copy of those chords in their original location. This also applies to copying any scenes you've created via the Arrange page. To resize chords, just tap and hold for about 1 second to enter resize mode. Then tap and drag to adjust the chord's length, and tap elsewhere to exit resize mode. From the Create page, you can quickly modify your chosen chords, or even create your own chords from scratch. And explore a huge variety of tools to develop and expand your chord progression, including some very powerful modulation options. Many of Scalar 3's parameters open a drop-down menu when tapped to select a value. In other cases, tapping opens a pop-up window where you can adjust the value up or down using arrows, or by sliding your finger across the scrub lane. Then tap elsewhere to close the pop-up. You can also simulate a right click to bring up certain menus by touching with one finger, then touching again with a second finger. You can also simply tap and drag up or down to adjust those parameters if you'd prefer. Then on the Arrange page, you can turn your chord progressions into entire songs by adding other instruments, which automatically follow and play in tune with your chord progression on the main track. The full Scalar 3 library of sounds is included on iPad, but Scalar 3 can also host any third-party AUV3 plugins you might own. Scalar 3 for iPad can run either as a standalone application or as a plugin inside any iPad door or host. Just keep in mind that due to iPad limitations, AUV3 plugin hosting is only available when Scalar 3 for iPad is running standalone, not as a plugin. But just like Scalar 3 for desktop, you have plenty of MIDI routing options depending on your DAW or host capabilities. So it is very simple to route MIDI data from individual Scalar 3 tracks out to other instrument tracks within your DAW, or even out to external hardware instruments if you connect your iPad to a hardware MIDI interface. Just like on desktop, it's easy to start a song using audio detection to import some chords to make use of. This can even be from an acoustic instrument using your iPad's built-in microphone. Many sections throughout Scalar 3 contain a bind button which maps chords on that row to incoming MIDI notes. You can then trigger those chords via the bound notes using Scalar 3's built-in instrument panel, which can now be resized vertically or horizontally to help playing on small devices. Or you can connect a hardware MIDI controller either via USB or Bluetooth. Once a Bluetooth MIDI device is paired using your iPad system settings, that device will be available to select via Scalar 3's audio MIDI settings when running standalone. You'll also find all the same keys lock options as on Scalar 3 for desktop, which can help you easily play melodies or bass lines perfectly in tune with your selected scale or selected chords. Anything you play via MIDI, including the output of keys lock, can be recorded in real time onto a user track via the Arrange page. Once recorded, you can use the various MIDI editing tools, including Quantize, to refine your recording. You can drag notes around to new positions, and just as with resizing clips, you can tap and hold any MIDI note to enter resize mode, and then drag to lengthen or shorten the note. After working on a song using Scalar 3 for iPad, you can save your work as a user preset. Then, if you want to continue working on that song via Scalar 3 for desktop, tap the Export button at the top of the screen, where you'll find an Export preset option. Then you'll just need to save that preset to a location accessible via your Windows or macOS computer. Then from your computer, copy that user preset file into Scalar 3's preset directory. Given Scalar 3 for iPad is, for the most part, identical to Scalar 3 for desktop, be sure to check out the wealth of Scalar 3 tutorial videos available via the Scalar Music YouTube page, which includes specific iPad videos covering the various new gesture controls which are unique to Scalar 3 for iPad. And thanks very much for watching.